Hello guys, we are back on GRAFIX tutorials, and in this session of tutorials we are going to design a Black Friday promo flyer. So before then, if you are new here, I just want you to consider subscribing to GRAFIX tutorials for such amazing graphic design tutorials. So before we begin, I just want us to go to our Photoshop. So we are going to create a new file. So I'll make sure that my width is 1100, the height should be 1100, then I will leave the resolution to be 300. Then I'll make sure that the color mode is RGB color because it is going to be a social media flyer. Then I'll make sure that it is on pixels. So I will just go on and hit on create to create my background. So after I'm done with the creating of the background, I'll go to my view and go to my guides, and I'll go to my new guide layout. So I'll just apply this so that I make sure that everything that I just do is in alignment. So I'll just hit on OK to apply this alignment. So after I'm done with this, we are going to create a gradient. So I'll go to this panel here, go to my gradient, then I'll go to this button here. So I just want to pick a gradient from this color. So I just want to choose this color and I will just hit on OK. So after I'm done with this, I will just double click on the gradient so that I will choose another set of colors for the background. So first of all, I just want to choose a color like a very light blue like this. So I choose a gradient of a color of 260BEC for the first color, then I'll hit on OK. So for the last color, I just want to choose a darker one, so I will choose a code of 00003, then I hit on OK. So this is what actually I just want to set for our gradient for the background. So I just hit on OK and OK. So after I'm done with this, I will start importing my resources. So I'll go to my file, go to my place link, then I'll start importing my resources. So the first resource that I just want to bring inside is this resource. So I'll just make sure that it takes the entire background like this. Very nice and very beautiful. So after I'm done with this, I will go on and import another resource again. So I will go to my file and go to my place link. This time I just want to bring a texture like this. So I make sure that it takes the entire background like this. Very nice and very beautiful. So I will change the blending option to a linear blend. So this is actually the effect that I just wanted to create. Very nice and very attractive. So after I'm done with this, I just want to bring another resources inside. So I just want to bring my watch here. So I just want to resize it to a size like this. Very nice and very attractive. So I just want to open up a little bit like this. So this is what actually I just want to make. So after I'm done with this, I'll go on and bring some lightnings to it. So I just want to bring this lightning to it so that our design will be so much attractive and very awesome. So I will change our blending option to something like a hard light. So this is how I just want to change our blending option to a hard light. So I can go on and expand it so that it takes the entire background like this. So this is the effect I actually want to make. So I will just expand it so that it takes the entire background. So this is how our design is looking now. Very nice and very beautiful. So after I'm done with this, I just want to import some shapes inside. So I will go on and import my first shapes. very nice and beautiful. So I will just place them very well. I can also go on and expand it so that it can be huge enough. I think something like this is very nice and very attractive. So after I'm done with this, we are going to bring some text inside. So I just want to make my text too and type something like black. So I make sure that my font is actually a Roboto font. So I just want to type something like black like this. So I will select it and go to my text box, and I make sure that the size of the text should be 44. Let me add 0.8 to it so that it will look more amazing. Then the height of the text should be 100 like this. Then I think the spaces should be -25. So this is what actually I just want to make very nice and beautiful. So I will just place them here. I'll just place it here. Very nice and very awesome. So I will just go on and bring another text inside. So I just want to type again something like Friday, but this time I make sure that they are all in caps. So Friday like this. So I will select it and make sure that it is a bold font. Then I'll go to my text adjustment so that I can adjust the size of the Friday. So I just want the size to be something like 34. Okay, it can be 34.5. Then the height should be 100 and the spaces should be -100. So this is what actually I just want to make very nice and very beautiful. So I'll just place it just under the black to make it look something like this, very awesome and very beautiful. So I can still go on and select my black and make it a very bold font like this. I just want everything to be bold like this, very awesome and attractive. So I can go on and add another text to it. So I just want to add a text like seal to it. So I will select the seal and I make sure that the size of the seal is 50 point, let me make it 50.8. Then the height of the sails should be 150. So 150 like this, 150. Then the spaces between it should be -25 and the sail should be a black font. So this is what actually I just want to make very nice and beautiful. So I will just pull it just under the Friday so that it will look very, so that it will look more attractive and beautiful. Now I just want us to add another text to it. So let us add a text again. So I just want us to add a text like on all items. So I will just select it and make sure that it is actually, I just want us to use a font called Blisher. So we will use this font. So I just go to my text panel here and make sure that the size should be 22.8. Very nice and awesome, 22.8. Then the text size should be 100 like this, and the spaces should be -25. So I will just bring this one just under the seal. Very awesome and very attractive. attractive. So now after we are done with this, I just want us to bring the contacts and the website of the flyer. So I just want us to create something like this, but this time I just want us to use a font called Arial. So we are going to use Arial for this one. So let me make sure that the height is now to the normal 77 like this. So I just want us to type a contact, so a random contact would be nice, so something like this. So select it and make sure that it is actually resized to a size like this, very nice and beautiful. So we will just place it here like this. So we can go on and duplicate this one here, and now we can type the website. So I can do something like www.graphics.com, something like this, very nice and beautiful. So we can go on and resize it to extent like this. So it will just be placed just under the contacts, very nice and beautiful. So we can just increase the size a little bit. We can make the size a little bit bolder. We can make the contacts a little bit bolder like this, very nice and beautiful. So let me place the shapes well. So I can just place the shapes well, very nice and beautiful. So now after I'm done with this, let us place our contact very well like this. I think something like this is very cool and beautiful. So we can go on and add other things to it. So I'll go to my place link and bring my other symbol here. So I'll just place it just at the side of the contact, something like this, very nice and very awesome. So after we are done with this, we go to our place link again, and this time I just want us to bring our shape number 2 here. So I will just resize this thing here and put it on the corner. So I can go on and resize it like this and put it on the corner. So we can go on and be resizing it until everything goes at the corner like this. So this is what actually I just want to do, very nice and beautiful. So now I just want to put some text inside. So I just want to type something like 50% like this. So I will select it and I'll make sure that it is actually a bold italic, something like this. So I'll just reduce the size a little bit like this, then I'll bring it here. So we can go on and be adjusting the size of the 50. So this is what actually I just want to do. And after we are done with this, I just want to add something like off to it. So let's make sure that it is actually this font. So we will select it and change the font to Blusher, something like this, very nice and beautiful. So this time we are going to pull this one here. This is what we actually want to do, very nice and beautiful. Then we go on and type something like limited. So let's make sure that limited offer. So we will select it and make sure that it is actually a Arial font, and we will just make it a bold italic. So we will go on and resize it a little bit like this. So we can go on and be resizing it to a size like this. Very nice and beautiful. So this is what actually I just want us to do. So now the flyer is looking more beautiful and very attractive. So now we can go on and add more informations to it. So I can bring this one to inside the social media handles, and I will just place it at a corner like this. Very nice and beautiful. Very nice and very attractive. So now after we are done with this, I just want us to create a layer. So let's create a layer, then let's pick a brush here. So I just want us to take a soft round brush. So we are going to take this brush and we are going to tilt the angle like this, and we are going to push the size a little bit forward to about, let's make it about 50. So let's push it until we are 50. I think something like this is very nice. Okay, we can go on and be increasing the size, so until we see that we get something like this. I think this one is very nice and very beautiful. So a size to about 322 is very cool and very nice. So I will just go here and pick a shadowy color. So let's pick something more like a shadow color, something ashed, and let's select it and just click on OK. So we can just push this layer downwards until it comes under the watch here. Then we just want to create a shadow. Very nice and very beautiful. So we can just select the background and be changing the blending option until we get something very quite nice and very attractive. So we can move on. I think vivid light gives a very beautiful shadowy background, so we will just change the brush to a vivid light. Very nice and very attractive. So now this is actually how our flyer is looking. Very nice and very beautiful. So I have just leave all the resources just below the description, so you can go on and download the resources and be following this tutorial to create more wonderful graphic design. So I just want to thank you, but if you are new here, I just want you to subscribe to the channel. Over here, this is what we do. We create tutorials of graphic design, and if you're old here, I just want to give you a thumbs up. God really bless you, and we are going to meet at another tutorial again. So I just want to say goodbye.